Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the online classes of Biology for Engineers. In last class, we have started with Unit 2, Biodiversity. We have discussed plant system, basic concept of plant growth and nutrition we have seen. Hope everyone have seen the Unit 1 important questions what I have shared. Unit 1 notes and important questions for biology. In that important questions you were having 5 long and 5 short answers. The 5 short answers what I have shared in that important questions PDF. You take that 5 questions as 5 short questions as assignment. Along with that you also take the diagram of prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. So 2 diagrams and 5 short answers of important questions what I have shared in that PDF. You take this as assignment of Unit 1. So 2 diagrams, prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. 2 diagrams is there in your Unit 1 assignment. Along with this, the short answers, 5 short answers what I have shared in that important questions PDF will be your assignment of Unit 1. So let us come to the topic now. Unit 2 topic what we will be discussing today is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? Photo means light and synthesis is to join. It is the process by which green plants use the sunlight to produce their own food. In this process, they will release or liberates the oxygen into the atmosphere, which will be utilized by all the living organisms for respiration process. Human beings breathe oxygen. We take in oxygen in the process of respiration. That is liberated by the photosynthesis process. So photosynthesis is here, photo means light and synthesis is to join. Simple molecules will be joined together to form complex compounds by the process of photosynthesis. Here you can see in photosynthesis solar energy, sunlight will be utilized and that light energy will be converted to chemical energy in the form of sugars. Which sugars are produced? Glucose. Glucose sugar is produced. The formula of glucose here is C6H12O6. Glucose molecules are produced and oxygen is liberated. 6 molecules of oxygen is liberated, and in this process carbon dioxide and water will be used. 6 molecules of carbon dioxide will be used with 6 molecules of water to produce glucose, which is a carbohydrate. We have discussed about the carbohydrates in Unit 1. So in this reaction, carbon dioxide is getting reduced to glucose, carbohydrate, which is the carbohydrate, and water is splitting to produce the oxygen molecules. Oxygen is released in the process of photosynthesis. So this is the reaction of photosynthesis. The main significance of photosynthesis is light energy here will be converted to chemical energy in the form of sugars. Which sugar? Glucose. And all the animals are directly or indirectly depends on photosynthesis plants. Photosynthesis carried out by plants for their survival. Oxygen liberated during this process makes the environment livable for all the living organisms. Photosynthesis is carried out in chloroplast. The structure called chloroplast. This is the structure of chloroplast. You can see here the structure of chloroplast. It is having outer membrane and inner membrane. Chloroplast is a disc-like structure, you can see in the diagram, and it is having double layered with an outer and inner membrane. The inner space of chloroplast, you can see here, it is filled with aqueous solution, fluid content. The liquid content, we are calling it as stroma. Stroma is the aqueous solution of the chloroplast. This is the structure of chloroplast, the disc-like structure which is carrying out the process of photosynthesis by the Calvin cycle. Stroma also, in the stroma, the fluid content or the aqueous solution of the chloroplast, inside you can see here thylakoids. Flat disc-like structures, thylakoids. Many thylakoids are arranged one above the other, and this we are calling it as grana thylakoids. Singular will be granum. So thylakoids are flattened discs which are present in the stroma of the chloroplast here. Thylakoid is considered as the site for photosynthesis. Thylakoids. Granum is here. The thylakoids which are arranged one above the other. This complete structure we are calling it as grana. Grana is plural and singular will be granum. Granum thylakoids, which is the main site of photosynthesis, and it is consisting of photosynthetic pigments called chlorophyll, which is the green pigment which help in synthesis of ATP. You can see ATP, the energy molecule, energy currency, adenosine triphosphate. So in the thylakoids, ATP is produced. You can see in diagram ATP, adenosine triphosphate, along with that NADPH, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide hydrogen phosphate is NADPH, produced by this thylakoids. ATP synthesis is taking place in the thylakoids. It is released here, ATP, the energy molecule. Next, ADP, the full form of ADP is adenosine diphosphate. Phosphate will be PI, here is phosphate. NADP, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. All these are the energy molecules which are produced on the stroma side of the thylakoid membrane, and these ATP and NADPH produces the energy where they can be used by the Calvin cycle. Light is getting trapped here and it is producing the ATP molecules. This is the chloroplast structure we are discussing. Stroma here is the aqueous solution of the chloroplast. Carbon dioxide will be utilized and it is producing the energy molecules in the form of ATP and NADPH. So, photosynthesis is very important process which is carried out by the green parts of the plants containing this chloroplast in the mesophyll cells of the leaves. Chloroplasts are the actual sites of photosynthetic pigments containing cells. So we have discussed the photosynthesis process. Next we have the topic nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen fixation. Plants require nitrogen for their growth and development, but are not able to utilize atmospheric nitrogen gas. Plants need nitrogen for their growth and development, but the atmosphere containing nitrogen gas, plants are unable to use that. Hence, plants are dependent on some of the bacteria for getting the nitrogen. So, this process involved in the conversion of nitrogen which is present in the atmosphere into ammonia is called nitrogen fixation. The process here where the atmospheric nitrogen will be converted into usable form by nitrogen fixers. Some microorganisms are helping in the fixing of the nitrogen, atmospheric nitrogen, into usable form. Usable form, which form? In the form of ammonia. This process we are calling it as biological nitrogen fixation. So, who is doing this process of biological nitrogen fixation? Microorganisms. Some microbes are helping in the conversion of atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia, the usable form, because the atmospheric nitrogen cannot be directly used by the plants for their growth and development. That's why it is converted into some usable form by the help of some of the microorganisms. That microorganisms we are calling it as N2 fixers or nitrogen fixers, and the process we are calling it as biological nitrogen fixation. So, reduction of nitrogen to ammonia. Nitrogen which is present in the atmosphere is reduced to ammonia by living organisms. We are calling this process as biological nitrogen fixation. Which enzyme is helping in this biological nitrogen fixation is nitrogenase. The enzyme nitrogenase is helping in biological nitrogen fixation. This enzyme is present in prokaryotes. Prokaryotes are the microorganisms, bacteria. Example bacteria we have discussed in unit 1. Prokaryotes, microorganisms, example bacteria which is helping in the nitrogen fixation where atmospheric nitrogen is converted to ammonia usable form by the bacteria. This process we are calling it as nitrogen fixation, and the microorganisms, prokaryotes, or the bacteria which is helping in conversion of nitrogen to ammonia are nitrogen fixers. By which enzyme? By an enzyme called nitrogenase. Nitrogenase is helping in catalyzing the reaction of nitrogen to ammonia. Various nitrogen fixers. Example, you can take Azotobacter is the nitrogen fixer, Anabaena, Nostoc. All these are nitrogen fixers which is helping in fixing the nitrogen by association with plants. Hence, the relationship between these plants and nitrogen fixing microbes, we are calling it as symbiosis. Biological nitrogen fixation process, you can see here in diagram, by the development of root nodules in soybean plants. Rhizobium here is the bacteria. Rhizobium bacteria is showing the relationship between plant roots, root hairs. You can see bacteria is surrounding the root hair and helping in fixing the nitrogen. Rhizobium bacteria is the nitrogen fixers here, which is helping in the formation of root nodules, and by forming these root nodules, they will help in fixing the nitrogen into ammonia, so that ammonia can be easily used by the plants. Fixation of nitrogen by the bacteria here with the help of the plants through root nodules. These nodules will be formed at the end of this process, which will help in fixing the nitrogen. The basic steps you can see here in formation of root nodule in soybean plants is rhizobium here is the bacteria which is surrounding the roots. The root will supply the growth substances such as amino acids for bacteria to begin and multiply, and then the bacteria will attach themselves to the root hairs. Bacteria will attach themselves to the root hairs of the plants which are present in the soil particles. These root hairs, they will curl. Here you can see in second diagram, they are showing the curling of the root hair, from which the bacteria will enter into the root hair. The curling of the root hair, from this the bacteria which is surrounding the root hair, it is entering into the root hair. This is followed by in the next diagram you can see formation of small tube called as infection thread containing the bacteria, which extends up to the cortex of the inner cortex and pericycle cells under division of the roots. The bacteria undergo multiplication and move through the infection thread. The bacteria will undergo the multiplication and they will move through the infection thread. You can see here in the diagram, they are moving inside the infection thread containing the bacteria. Then these cells are there helping in specializing nitrogen fixing cells. These cells, they will form the root nodules which contain the bacteria. Bacteria is supplied here with nutrients by plant. The bacteria in turn will fixes the nitrogen for the plant. Here you can see symbiotic relationship between plant and bacteria. So root nodules will possess an enzyme called nitrogenase, which is helping in conversion of atmospheric nitrogen to ammonia. So atmospheric nitrogen will be converted to ammonia by the help of the enzyme nitrogenase, which is present in the nodule, root nodule. So this is what the symbiotic biological nitrogen fixing process, which is helping in forming ammonia, which is the usable form, final product, which can be utilized by the plant for their growth and development. So today we have discussed the nitrogen fixation and photosynthesis. Thank you, students. We'll start with the next topic of Unit 1 in our another session. Unit 2 will start. We'll continue with the topics of Unit 2, different systems we have, excretory system, digestive systems,